Now let us try to understand the how to create resources, how to use them, what are different types available to you, and how to actually use them in the XML files and in the Java code. So for this, to demonstrate the use of these resources, what I've done is that I've created a small XML layout file that has an image view and two buttons as a part of it. Now what we're trying to do is we'll just change the image that is shown up in the image view different on different buttons. Now if you can see, the layout has some errors pointed out, and let's see what these errors are. Now let's see what errors it points to, and it says that it should not use the hard-coded string button on two buttons, and there is a content description attribute which is missing on the image. Now what exactly does it mean by that you don't use the hard-coded string but you use a resource called @string? Now if you can see, what exactly we are using is that we have hard-coded the label of the button. Now there are many things in this which are hard-coded. Now let me add some background to this button. Put some foreground color. So same I'll use for my other button too. Just copy this. So now you can see what we've done is we've changed the appearance of the button to have some background color and some foreground color, and the buttons have some label. Now what exactly does the resource do? Now if we have the same label to be used for a number of buttons and we hard code this as a string. Now if you change the label of one button and you are using the same label for a number of buttons, you need to make the same change for every button. Suppose I say this to this my button. Now if every button is required to have a label of my button, I need to make the same change to every button. Now what if I declare this as a variable in a common place and just refer this by some just refer to this in the text, then when I make a change, it is reflected in all the places where I'm using this. So this is what it says, that you don't hard code the label, you declare a variable, a resource, and then refer this by that resource. If you change the resource, every property that is referring to the resource automatically gets changed. So let's create a string that will now be used to refer to the label of the button. So I go to my values folder and I can create a new file here, or I can directly go to strings and can create a new string there. So what I'll do is not use the existing file but create my own file, my values. Okay. Now in my values, the top element is always resource. So within this, I need to create a string. I need to give it a name, say button label, and I'll say my button. Let's change this, new button. So now what we need to do here is, instead of a text, we'll say this string, and then I can refer my string resource through @ and then the type of variable, which is a string, slash the name that we've just assigned. So same I'll do here. So how this makes our code efficient is, if I say my new button, let me first see how this is showing up. So the text changes to new button. So now if I go to this, I say my new button. So I don't need to make a change anywhere. All properties that are referring to this string automatically reflect the change. So it is always advisable, don't fix up things, don't fix strings, use some labels. Now same what we'll do here is, in case I have a layout margin and I know that this is some dimension which will be used by some other properties too. So I'll not fix this up and rather define some dimension in my file. I'll say dimension name is margin value, and let me say this is 15 dp. Okay, so now what I can do is I can simply put this off and say at the rate dimension and margin value. So we've seen how we can use a string resource to assign a string value, and then you can refer to this resource in any property that is expecting a string value. Similarly, we can create a dimension, and wherever it expects a dimension value, we can refer through that dimension resource. Now let's come down to color. Now this is the same color we are using as a background for a multiple views. So why not declare this also as my value? Color name is equal to background color and refer this as. Now since we already created a color, let's not fix this and say at the rate color background color, and so the same change here, same change here, nothing changes in the view, but we made the code more I'll say less prone to errors now and easier to modify if you want to. If you need to change the background, I'll only need to make a change at the color reference. So rest all will take the change and we'll be seeing the new color in every property that is referenced by this resource. So as you can see, we can declare a string, a dimension, a color, and these can be referenced by any resource that you create here. Now then if you see this ID, and you can see that in case of string we don't have a plus here, but for every ID you have a plus here. So what exactly is referenced by this plus? So if I remove this plus, what exactly happens if I remove this plus?